So there we are. Now look, I know I've said that it's going to be about a month before I make another video like this, but I figured it's been quite a long time. I don't even think I ever mentioned my vimrc. I think the last time I ever mentioned them in the history of my YouTube channel, yeah, this, okay, 10 months ago, Vim explained in 10 minutes. It was just me, goofing around in Vim and showing stuff off, how to use Vim, basically. And I was using it instead of a virtual machine, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But that's not the only thing that's important. The thing that is actually important is that I made a lot of changes to my vimrc since the last time I showed off Vim on my channel. So this is what it currently looks like. I think it looks real nice right now. I pretty much have the ability to switch between these and look stuff up and such. Like, for example, we can, I don't know, let's search for find, and it moves me down there. It's all the basic stuff we can do. We can move all the way down to the line, move to the latest one. I already showed you all these keyboard shortcuts before, and there's something I didn't show you, and it was the vimrc. The vimrc is basically like a configuration file for Vim that lets you change Vim, how it looks, what it does, add keyboard shortcuts extra on top of the already existing ones. And I think it's real nice. It works really well. We can, for example, search for stuff I would normally search for. Let's say I wanna find wherever it says my username somewhat. So as you can see, it's progressively highlighting stuff, and it's all part of my vimrc. So what does my vimrc actually look like? So there we go, this is my vimrc. Or we can zoom in on this if you guys want to. Actually, let me zoom in here first. And there we go, so you guys can see everything. So let's open up the vimrc again. So there has been quite a few changes. It sometimes shows up with an error. Don't know why that is. Basically, what I did is I changed the shell to bash because it's something I use on a regular basis. Then I want to have a syntax on, obviously, so I can see all the coloring and such. Number lines, relative number, which changes the number based on which line you are. Route menu, pretty much all the basic stuff that you need to have. But I added some more things since I don't know, it was a few months. So those who follow me on my GitHub might have noticed I have my own custom vimrc. I added a few more things here. So one of those is this airline extensions enabled and airline tab line format or default. So what these do, these set the airline extension, which adds these bars, like the normal .vmrc at the bottom or at the top .vmrc. It adds these visual things extra to it. These are for tabbing. If I type stuff in, it will auto tab some stuff for me, which is really handy. And this set map leader, so I actually use normally the leader key is the / key, and it's kind of annoying to hit on my keyboard. So what I did, I remapped it to my F key, and it's much easier for me to use essentially. It lets me use custom keyboard shortcuts that I set up on my system. I'm loading in plugins using Vim Plugged, which is really simple to get. Pretty much all you have to do is you go into Vim-plugin in the description. You scroll down where it says Vim for Unix. You copy these two lines, hit enter, and what it should do is if it doesn't work, you would first need to make a directory, but if it does work just like that, you can just use it like that. So once you run this will be in the documentation for this vimrc. It will be added to it, so don't worry. So the other thing you need to do in order to make it so it works properly with everything is some of you might have noticed I already added the Vim airline, but I will also add the Vim plug, because the next thing we need to discuss are the plugins that I have. So this plugin. So what this plugin is, this Gruffbox thing, it is pretty much the theme that I'm using right now inside of them. It's a really nice theme. It really blends in well with the Gruffbox theme I have. Gruffbox theme that I have on my Mate desktop, which I'm using on my Arch system. It runs really well, so I'm using that. Next I have fuzzy file search over here, then I have this fuzzy file search checkout, then Vimman for the manual, and then this uCompleteMe. uCompleteMe is pretty much auto completion inside of them. I don't use it that much, but if I do use it, it's only because I really don't remember the syntax well, and it helps if you are trying to learn languages that you're not familiar with. And then this call plug end. So I should mention this. Here the call plug begin. It will call every single plugin inside of the Vim plug directory, and here you're telling it which plugins to use, and then here you end off the plugin section of the entire thing. So all of this is if you really need to get if you really need to load in all your plugins. So then we have this. With this we are pretty much calling the GraphBox theme and setting the background to dark, so it's a bit more minimalistic and looks pretty. Then we have this highlight, training spaces, etc. So what this will do is if you type in something and I keep hitting space, it will highlight them in red, so that's what it's doing. Here this adds the cursor line. You see this thing that I've been highlighting. When I move my cursor, you can see a gray line and that goes around the text, or above the text essentially. It's pretty much line highlighting, and I really like this inside of editor, so I have this so I know where my line currently is. So that's what this one does. We have the standard input, so it lets me read standard input from the terminal if I ever need to use it. I have used this once, it's really handy, so I have that in here. Then we come to the fun part. It's this thing. So what we have here is we have some custom remaps. So what I did is I showed you this in the beginning of the video, but I think I should probably show you this in a bit of a better example. So we need to do Vim and then open index.html. As you can see, it's real cool to be able to edit just one file, but let's say you want to edit a few more files. So in My Vmrc, you have to press FV and it will split it vertically. And now what I need to do is I need to maneuver over that. So what I need to do is press F and L. It will move me to the right pane. F and H to move to the left pane. I can also do it so I normally use vertical spacing. I don't use horizontal because if you do, I'm real sorry, but you're just weird. And let's say it's really unconventional to both files open. So what I do is I open one file and then open another one. So the way I do it is I just use the open command, and let's say main.js for example. So now I have two different files open. I can work on them at the same time. But yeah, this is my vimrc that currently I am using. It was a really quick video just showing off what you can do inside of my vimrc and why I like it so much. So yeah, if you have your own vimrc, you definitely should consider sharing it with me, because I would like to see what you guys have in there. And if you are able to record a video about your vimrc, then definitely do so, because I really want to see what you guys are able to do inside of your vimrcs. And I really like my vimrc right now. It's my favorite editor right now. I use it a lot. So yeah, I was playing around with it the past few days, and I really think that I currently nailed my favorite editor when it comes to writing code and just simply taking notes. It's a really fast and nice editor right now. So yeah, I want to thank all of you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and one more thing, I'm still working on those videos, just be patient. This was a quick informational video, real quick one. So I hope to see all of you beautiful people next time.